Namaste everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to this collective reading. This is a continuation of the previous one where we spoke about the black sheep of the family. The black sheep of the toxic family setup, who's labeled as the black sheep, actually knows everyone's bullshit. But it's not easy to be in that setup. It's not easy because of course the black sheep is different. But labeling someone as negative just because they are different and doing it for such a long time can have many negative impacts on a person's psyche. However, let me tell you, whosoever's energy I'm picking on, I'm going to tell you some of their qualities, and if you resonate with it, then go ahead and mention it in the comment section. The first quality that I can pick on is that you're a person who love to spend time, lots of time alone. You are a lone wolf. You could be very good looking, attractive, but you may not be really aware about it, or probably don't care about it, because those you attract, you feel that they're selfish, they need something from you, they are looking for something from you. And you could have actually figured it out over a period of time that these people are looking for materialistic things because they don't have the depth to hang out with you, to understand you, to have the deep meaningful conversations, to get into the state of epiphany with you, to harmonize with you. I'm also being shown that you are highly intuitive, you have psychic abilities, you have the ability of being authentic and truthful. Authenticity is something that is your strong suit. Actually, you're very original. We can say you're the original gangster. I can also sense that you are a deep diver, and you always like people who have a purpose, who seek the truth, who have a better perspective. You feel comfortable in the presence of animals, birds, nature for a reason. Because when you hang out with animal, birds and nature, you sense that they don't have any doership. They are not so attached with their physical identity, or they are not attached with this life as such. They are just here to live. And you like that quality, which makes you also feel very comfortable, and it's also very inspiring for you. You could be having the Starseed or the light worker energy, and you could have taken on to the twin flame simulation also. Starseeds and light workers are intrinsically, naturally inclined to care for others. They are givers by birth. And twin flames are people who are genuinely looking for true love. They have this emotion, they're searching for love. And love is not easy to get because of the programming. The programming tells you something completely opposite about love. So for a twin flame, the dilemma is that intuitively in their heart, they feel this is love, whatever the definition is, feeling wise or intuition wise. But what they receive in turn is not a match to it. It's not a vibrational match to it. So there's always a confusion. In some cases, people also feel very delusional about this journey, or other people can walk up to them and tell them that, you know what, you sound so delusional. You don't even make any sense. So that is something that dilemma is always there. There's an insatiable appetite you have for personal growth and spiritual growth. You're not here for time pass. You enjoy your time, you are a happy-go-lucky person, but you don't like to waste your energy and time. For you, energy is also a currency. You like to save it, you like to preserve it. And you've also realized that some people always call you at the wrong hour. Like just when you're about to hit the bed, they'll call you. Or just when you decide that now you're going to stick to a certain routine or a certain lifestyle, they'll call you. Or they'll meet you, or they'll come up with an offer or a proposal or something which is still not a match to you, but it can give you some sort of a feeling. You know, you can get attracted to that feeling. But now, whosoever I'm working with is an old soul or a very wise soul. So you have started acting from the heart space, and you want to be of service. You want to be of service to others, as well as you want to be first a good friend, a best friend of your own self. So anything that doesn't match with your vibration, you don't want to keep that thing. I mean, you want to look at people's actions and not just their words. Because words, people can say just about anything. And some people are really good with words, you know, they can say a lot of things. I will do this, I will do that, or I love you, or I like you, or you're my life, you're my world. But you want them to prove it. And you don't want to make it a difficult situation or complicated situation where there's a match and there's a judge and there's so much proving. It has to come naturally also sometimes. So yes, one more thing is that you either are very youthful, you look very youthful, you look very young. Whatever your age is, you look very young. You always pass very easily as someone in college or someone in high school or someone who's in their early 20s. And in some cases, you'll always look 10 years, 15 years younger than your actual age. That's because you have so much energy and you feel like you're ageless. You don't hide your age, but you don't like to talk about age because you've noticed that people actually use age as a judgment tool. Oh, you're this age. Okay, fine, you know. Now you have to do this, you must do this. Suddenly they make a perception. And when you say, no, I don't want to talk about my age because it's not important for me, you feel relaxed. You don't have the burden of the age and all the expectations that comes from the worldly world surrounding the age factor. So yes, I have the feeling that you have very childlike energy. At the same time you have a childlike energy, a fun energy. You're happy-go-lucky, but you also have the wisdom. You also are serious when it requires you to be serious. And this is the reason why you can read through the bullshit of the narcissistic people around you or the toxic people around you, the toxic family members. Actually, first you get it from the world. You could be getting it from Twinflame or your lover. You could be getting it from false friends, people who have this fake mask around you. And when you go into your own zone and you take a break from everything, you want to work on yourself, you learn to surrender and you connect with source, you have a mission, and you are learning to develop these tools for eternity. Whatever you're working on is for eternity. It's not for 10 years or 5 years. So your lessons have to be very deep. And this is the time you realize that all the outside narcissists or the toxic people that have hurt you are actually coming from your own generational bonds and trauma bonds and people in the household. And it's not to create negativity or to do a blame game, but you need to heal your closest inner circle first. And once you do that, then you can move on and do great things. I've also been picking onto the energy that you have figured out the power or the art of playing dumb. And sometimes you just pretend to be clueless. Sometimes you just don't want to talk about certain things. But you also are very real. So if you feel that there are certain type of people who no one can face and no one can give them the truth serum, you are going to do that job. And then that can come in the outside world or the inside world. And whosoever it is, two things really like push you in the inner work journey, ahead in the inner work journey. Number one is mission work always, because you're a natural giver. You're a giver by birth, okay? You like to take care of people. You are very responsible. And the other thing is relationships. Especially failed romantic relationships have taught you a lot. And you know probably about love more than anyone else. And yes, if you understand love more than anyone else, then you can get my book, In the Name of Love, A Journey of Finding Your Ultimate Soulmate, and I would love to get a feedback from you. The book is available only on Amazon Kindle and the link is given in the description box. One more thing that I can pick on is that you maintain eye contact with people. When you talk to people, you are actually looking into their soul, but you don't do it purposely. You don't do it to scare people off or to create some kind of mystery. When you're having a one-on-one chat, then you're sitting with people, maybe it's friends, family members. Generally, you're talking to someone, so you give that feeling to others that you're very intimate with them. Of course, you are the chosen one and you're here to break the generational trauma. And I'm being shown, and this I covered in the last part also, but I'll give it like a full conclusion here. So all of the clashing personalities or the egos that you have faced, within your circle where you feel there's a control game happening, a power game happening, or unnecessary tension is built up. So you want to kind of end these struggles and you want to find a common ground. You are now working on finding a common ground, even if that means you have to sacrifice, like you have to walk away, you have to move on. You're also getting to know that the amount of attachment or the amount of love you had for some people, they don't have it the same way. But you don't want to make it a depression thing, you don't want to make it a sad thing, you want to make it a happy thing. You want to be like, yeah, at least I got to know and I can learn to be independent. In some cases you're gonna probably go away physically, in some cases you're gonna do a mental separation, like mentally you're gonna cut out from these negative situations, ongoing negative situations, and you have decided that you could have made mistakes in the past, you could have said things in the past, but going forward you don't want to do that, because you want to reach to agreements, you want to reach to cooperation, compromise if needed, peace and harmony, and then not talk about it again and again, not get into it again and again. And if someone else is doing it, someone else is bringing in that type of unnecessary, unrequired energy, then you like to tell them that, look, let's not talk about it. Talking about the situation or this topic is basically taking you to lack and limitation. Whosoever does that with you, it could be a family member who always talks about money, or it could be someone, a friend who always brings up a relationship, or some kind of sad story that lacks faith, and you probably don't want to get into that zone again. So yes, you can perceive it, you can see these things, you can see through these things, and you want to do it in a nice way now. You don't want to do it in a negative way. Every time something happens, you can go back into your personal space, and you realize that you actually do enjoy your personal space a lot. So you have the option, you can go and mingle with others and you can be with yourself. It's no longer like you can't be alone, being alone scares you. No, you've always enjoyed that part of you, and now as time has passed by, more and more and more, you have started loving your company more and more and more and more. If you're in a relationship, then too you always seek your own solitude, and that charges you, that energizes you. So the next card that I want to talk about is the Magician energy. This is a very wonderful card actually to pop up in this reading, along with the Eight of Wands. So the combination of Eight of Wands and Magician actually solidifies and strengthens that you are more concerned about your growth, you are more concerned about your healing. And some of the black sheeps of the family members are also healers, because they can break generational curses, they can break the chains of fear, guilt and shame that ties people into a very immovable sort of position. So you can do that, and you can create your own soul family, you can create your own legacy, your own lineage, which is not based on just attaining materialistic stuff. It's more about creating resources that help other people, creating places, spaces, or creating energy that heals other people. So this Magician energy helps because the Magician has all the elements: air, water, earth, fire. They got everything going with them and going on with them. They can manifest, they are very resourceful, they are very powerful, the willpower is very strong. Whatever they decide on, they get it, and they just know it's going to happen to them. They have so much faith. They have faith in their spirit guides and masters, they have faith in source, they have very strong connection with source energy. They know the source energy flows into their being also. So wow, that's amazing, isn't it? So you have the skills, you have the abilities, you can be successful, and you must use your intellect, your concentration and your willpower to make things happen. So this is like a strong sign that you can do it. And Eight of Wands is like, go with the flow, don't resist, don't stop. Universe is showing you the right path, and you're definitely gonna get whatever you want. You're already halfway through It's just few more steps and you will finally make it, because justice also is on your side. You got everything going. As I said, all elements are with you. And we also spoke about star in the past session, which is connected to this reading, that you will be motivated and free from all of this, whatever is pulling you back. Even on a daily basis, we have seen that every day some challenge comes up. As you grow more and more in this journey, every day something comes up, and every day you can have a breakthrough. You're not the type of person who's chasing fashion, clothes, cars. I mean, you got good clothes, you got a good personality, and you got whatever you need. So you don't need to chase cars, you don't need to work in jobs that you hate. You don't have to do these things just so you can get stuff that you don't even need, right? You must have heard this before. So whosoever I'm channeling doesn't like TV shows, doesn't like celebrity gossip, doesn't like sports trivia. In fact, you are the one who gives a rebuttal. You're the one who says, this is nonsense, this is illusion. You're the one who has the power to speak against all of these unnecessary things that people are so gaga about, people are so hungover about, and they don't understand that they are all just programmed. Their brain is totally programmed. They adopt the ideas, they adopt the perceptions of anything that broadcasts from the satellite, from the network, and they just blindly follow it. You are the black sheep, so most probably you're not going to follow it like the rest of the sheep. And one more reason why this is happening is also because some people around you, they have formed some belief patterns, some beliefs, some thoughts, chronicle thoughts. And it's coming down from one generation to another generation. It's a very strong belief, and if you tell them, like, look, this belief system is false, it's not real, and you can even present them with evidences, or you can present them with whatever knowledge, words that show them the truth about their belief system. Here is the death card, the card for transformation, the card for growth. You can show them, because you're not in that ego state, which they are. They cannot accept these new evidences. This is called cognitive dissonance. So they suffer with this problem, and even if you give them the hard facts, like the sun and the moon, I'm giving this as an example. So you're giving them hard facts, and you're telling them that, look, this is the truth. This is the truth, like the sun is the truth, the moon is the truth. But they're going to be like, no, no, no. They're going to get uncomfortable, and they're going to get uneasy. They just cannot believe it. So what do you have to do? Whatever you could be telling them is not fitting in with their core belief system. So what's the best way to go about it? You have to do your thing. You have to love your life. You have to love yourself. You have to enjoy yourself. You have to literally cut the cord. You have to literally be in your own zone. And give them compassion, give them love, and give them all of the like blessings, and let them be. Whether they take 5 years, 6 years, 10 years, 20 years, whatever time they take, you can do your own things in the meantime. And if they are lucky, it will happen faster. I mean, look what happened in 2020. All the time light workers were talking about this. All the time in the past, people were saying, don't be so materialistic. Nature is so much more powerful. And during the pandemic, I think for 2 years, people got a bit straightened up. People were kind of understanding it. But as soon as it got healed, or it got a little better, everything became same. Like for a lot of people, they just went back to their old lives and started doing the same things. But they don't know Earth is already split up into a 3D Earth and a 5D Earth. So some of the people are going to stay back in the 3D Earth, and it's written that way. It's predestined that way. So all you can do is just give them your blessings and live your life. By the society's standards, being spiritual is not going to make you in their eyes a better person or the correct person or the right person. It could be possible that they may not even accept you. So in the very beginning I said that some of you are lone rangers, some of you are lone wolves. You like to spend your own time doing your own things, and it could be a childhood habit. It could be something that you just born that way, you just live your life that way. In between, if you try to get close to people, or in between during your transformation you grow even more, your kundalini is rising, then a lot of things you've realized that you don't need to do it anymore. And this is also a kind of acceptance that makes you more successful, because the more you reserve your energy, the more you go within, the more you love whatever God has given you, the more gratitude we have. We all are like that. Whosoever I'm channeling, thanks to you, we are all tuned into this frequency, this vibration that this collective reading has created. I mean, this also is a portal. Anything that makes your decision making strong is actually an energy portal. For personal sessions and for therapies, you can check out the description box. You can use the PayPal link to book the sessions. And if you're from India, then you have to email to me. But before you email to me or write to me, kindly go through all of the details mentioned. And once you're 100% sure, then you please connect with me. And kindly do not share anything about your journey in advance. Of course, inner work is a wonderful place to be in. Ascension journey is wonderful. Ascension is a lifestyle. Inner work is a lifestyle. Those who make it a lifestyle are usually more content and peaceful. They're more happier than the other people, be it 3D or even be those who are struggling to make a switch over, or they're just generally struggling because there is a struggle. There's always a struggle. There's always a challenge. But I think the brave hearts are the ones who face the challenges with a smile, and they are able to reverse the message or the negative dialogue, the negative talk that the mind is giving to them. Sometimes it could seem like you're thinking it, but no, it could be a negative energy, a demonic energy around you that is actually feeding these negative messages into your head and trying to pull you down. As it is, you have faced a lot in the toxic family setup, and these could also be words coming from the past. Like in your childhood, they could have said tons of things to you on which these demonic entities also ride. And wherever there is fear vibration, these negative entities can plant themselves. This is how the implants get into people. But let's make a prayer to Source and to Masters that please help us release all of the negative energies, entities and implants from our system. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for being here with us. Thank you for your love. Thank you for all your guidance. Thank you for all the benevolent beings who are working day and night for us, so that we can learn, we can ascend, and we can be happy, and at the same time we can volunteer and we can be of service to others. I will see you in the next video. One love, peace out, and victory to Ram.